So, the folks at Foundry have just announced that Modo 17.1 would be the final release of Modo there will ever be, as they've made the difficult decision to wind down the development of Modo following the release of 17.1 later this year. There's a press statement for this as Foundry announces strategic decisions to wind down the development of the 3D modeling tool called Modo. And the press statement reads as follows: Foundry, a leading developer of creative software for the media and entertainment industry, today announces its decision to wind down development of 3D modeling tool Modo after the release of Modo 17.1 later this year. This strategic decision is to allow Foundry to focus on core offerings and invest in new solutions that meet the evolving need of the media and entertainment community. And we're talking about tools like Nuke, Katana, Okula, Flix, Mari, and also Hero. And for Modo users, all active customers will continue to receive support until the end of their current contract. And a positive incentive to this is they can also obtain an extended 10-year license so they can continue to use Modo in the future. And Modo by far is one of the best modeling tools there is, as they've also defined and brought about new tools and techniques of making models in 3D. And for those who are wondering what exactly is Modo, let's talk about this cool tool. So sometime in 2004, a company called Luxology created Modo, and later Luxology merged with the folks at Foundry in 2012, and they did create an amazing tool. Modo by default has this artistic friendly way of creating 3D content, and it did equip users with a ton of tools for creating very high quality models and also doing some pretty good renders. The animation side of Modo continually got developed over years, and this was something that a lot of people did look forward to in terms of things to come. Later on, we did see that Modo did come up with tons of cool features, which includes the smoother workflow across all of the Foundry set of tools. Their rendering became better. Mesh Fusion actually changed the way people got to work, and Mesh Fusion as a tool, which was later introduced, did allow Boolean operations to happen between subdivision surfaces or SDS model. And this changed the workflow of creating complex interlocking geometries, and a lot of other companies and other tool sets did adopt this. So there was definitely something that this tool was bringing to the table at the time. The sculpting tools from Modo were also pretty cool, as this also allowed artists to create organic shapes and also detail them within the application. Modo did shine out with a lot of procedural tools, and these include Mesh Ops, which was the core Modo's procedural modeling system, as it allowed users to do a ton of things in terms of modeling. There's also the procedural shading tools that it had. The schematic view was also fully procedural, as it provided a node-based interface for users to actually flip through things. Of course, there was also the curve procedural generator and also replicator. And replicator was a very powerful replication tool across Modo that you could use to procedurally place instances of objects across the surface or throughout volume-based or on user-defined rules. And these are some of the amazing things that Modo currently has. Now, before the axe was laid to rest, Foundry did update Modo to the current version of Modo that we have, which is Modo 17. And this was simply hailed as having the largest architectural change in its product history, as it did come with a couple of interesting updates. Now, some of the other updates that it did come with, which were pretty huge, was updates to performance, as Modo 17 was now fully equipped to be able to have access to today's multi-threaded systems. There was also an addition to the Octane Render Prime for enhanced GPU rendering. But with all of this enhancement, the development shift during the last years has been more into general design and away from its original idea, which was game development and VFX. And currently, Modo seems to be used more within, footwear companies and also fashion companies. With lots of tools like Blender, Maya, and most of these other tools being available, you actually have to double down on a lot of things to be visible, especially for a company like Foundry, which has a lot of things it's doing. And it does have a lot of praise for so many tools. And these are also powerful tools that you can technically do whatever you want. However, later within the year, Modo 17.1 will be released, and this of course will also come with a couple of interesting updates, and possibly this might be the final update for the tool, which will sort of bring Modo to a grind halt in terms of development. If you're already using Modo, then of course you'll be able to have access to the 10 years license so that you can continue using Modo in the future, as this is currently available for active customers, as they will continually be getting support until the end of their current contract, and can of course proceed to obtain this 10 years license like we read in the beginning. And that is really cool, like giving your customer base a good number of years for them to be able to use your software, create stuff, and then have the opportunity to switch to other tools is definitely something that is worth doing, and of course they are doing this really well. And something which is pretty interesting is with the repost on Twitter, Ton Rosendale has mentioned that when I saw Modo for the first time, I thought, wow, this feels like Blender but with everything done right and better. My deepest respect for the design and developer team behind it. I hope everything turns out all right for you. There are also a couple of other people calling for Modo to be open source, and that is something that I don't think would be happening anytime soon. Modo is an amazing tool. It is, like I said earlier, it is by far one of the best modeling tools ever. It's got an amazing spline system, an amazing Boolean system. The mesh fusion thing is just super impressive. They've got this beautiful procedural. Actually, before procedural tools became a thing, Modo was doing procedural. I think Modo, Maya, and Houdini were just in that bandwagon before any other tool started thinking about procedural modeling in a sense. In terms of 3D applications that game developers and also 3D artists get to use. However, there's also tools like Grasshopper, Rhino, those tools exist. But in terms of these packages that a lot of people get to work with every single day, then Modo was just one of those champion tools, and it is pretty sad to see that this is going. Modo has now joined the list of tools that got updates and then they just died off. I mean, this year alone, we've actually seen the death of about 4 to 5 different products. Paint 3D, that was a bummer. You know, the folks at Microsoft, they did announce this. It was pretty cool. It looked nice. All of a sudden, about 2-3 days ago, they kind of killed that one. So, you know, that's gone. And we also got the 3D features in Photoshop. All of a sudden, they just died off. The folks at Eon, they did mention View and Plant Factory. Those tools are dead. And, you know, if we keep going all the way back, there are also some very interesting tools like Clarice. That was an amazing tool. For some reason, I have no idea why that simply shut down. But then we're here and it is what it is. So this is it. Tell me what you guys think about this one in the comment section. For those who like to try Modo, possibly you've never tried it before, you can simply go over to the folks at Foundry, download a free copy, and start working with it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.